journey will kick off our celebration tonight. Please help me welcome them to the stage.
Now the world's all right, everything's swinging, long as I'm singing my song, now just as long as I'm singing. There's a bell up in my brain that's ringing, making a crazy ding dong, dong-a-ding dong, and if this band don't desert me, then there's nothing in the world can hurt me, long as I'm singing my song, Give me those trumpets, legato, put some saxes with strings, pizzicato, and some rhythm digging in. As long as I'm singing, then the world's all right and everything's swinging, long as I'm singing my song, What do boo wee wee, yada da do what da, yada da dwee do 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 dwee boo wee, what ya do boo wee wee, yada da do what da, yada da dwee dwee dot do do dwee dot. Yeah, making music is more to me than a pleasure, 'cause me and music, we go together like notes in a measure. Long as I'm singing, then the world's all right and everything's swinging. Long as I'm singing long as I'm swinging long as I'm singing, everything is swinging long as I'm singing my song.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you for having us here again tonight, and congratulations to all the nominees. And here's our message to you. You just keep doing what you're doing and singing your song, and the world's going to be a much better place for what you do. Mr. Glassman, we know that this is your last year as Harford County Executive. Thank you very much for all your service all these years. And we say as long as you keep singing your song and doing what you love, all going to be great. And you know that you can always come back to Harford County for a sentimental journey.
Gonna take a sentimental journey. Gonna set my heart at ease. Gonna make a sentimental journey to renew old memories. Got my bag, I got my reservation. Spend each dime I could afford, like a child in wild anticipation. Long to hear that all aboard. 7, that's the time we leave at 7. I'll be waiting up for heaven, counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. Never thought my heart would be so yearning. Why did I journey, sentimental journey home. Got my reservation going, sentimental journey home.
That was absolutely beautiful, ladies. Thank you so much. You always do such a wonderful job. Tonight is a special night. We celebrate the unsung heroes in our community. Our nominees represent all corners of our county, but they have this in common. Their efforts have made Harford County a more beautiful place to live. Tonight is our opportunity to say thank you for the great work that you do. Thank you for sharing your time and your talents and for going above and beyond for your neighbors in need. Thank you for making a difference. I'd also like to express my gratitude to the nominators. Thank you for recognizing the unique role that your nominee plays in your community. Thank you for appreciating their efforts every day and for sharing their stories with us tonight so that we can join you in applauding their contributions. For those who have not been with us before, you are in for an inspiring evening. But before we begin, I'd like to recognize our elected officials, starting with Harford County Executive Barry Glassman, Harford County Council President Pat Vincenti, Harford County Councilman Chad Schroeds, for Senator Bob Castley, Genevieve Foley is with us. And for Senator Jason Gallion, Jordan Glassman is with us. Delegate Teresa Riley. And I believe Sheriff Jeffrey Gaylor is also with us this evening. Or his team is. We appreciate all of you being with us tonight. At this time, I'd also like to recognize our wonderful sponsors, Richardson's Florists and Gifts, the Ladies Auxiliary of the Level Fire Department, who prepared the lovely reception for us this afternoon, Jim Lockard Photography, Tri-State Trophy, Party, Harford TV, Acapella Journey, Natasha Jackson, and Christy Breslin with WJZ News. Can we give them a round of applause? A very special thank you to Pastor Greg Allsbrooks and Deb Sword, and to the Bel Air Church of the Nazarene, who have served as our gracious host for many years. We believe it's 15. And finally, I'd like to express my deep gratitude to the entire staff at the Department of Community Services. This event is simply not possible without them, especially Teresa Smith, Linda Bourne, Meg Deem, and Natasha Jackson. Thank you all so much. And now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce Harford County Executive Barry Glassman.
Good evening. It's good to see everyone this evening. And ladies, thank you for that sentimental journey. I was already a little melancholy tonight because it's my last celebration. And I think I've probably attended most of these. I can remember sitting on the front row with Senator Hooper way back when we were in the state legislature. I'm going to go off. I'll probably give Christy and Amber a heart attack. I'm going to go off script. They did write some beautiful words for me. But listen, I'm just going to speak from the heart real quick. It has been a blessing for me to celebrate our great honorees each year. And you know, I've been known to quote songs. My son Jordan's here. He's going to hate this, but I used this in several commencement speeches. It's an old Oak Ridge Boys tune, right? There are angels among us. And there's a line in there that I believe, and I think every year that I'm here. There are angels among us. They come to us when we least expect it, and they walk among us. And many of you that we recognize tonight and recognized for 35 years are angels among us that give back. And one of my favorite songs, an old folk song, it's a little bit of everything, right? Nobody's probably heard of that song. But it's about folks that either get themselves in a hole or depressed or worn down. Sometimes it's just a little bit of everything that does it. It can be the news, the song, something that happened in the family. But at the end, to lift everyone up, it's a little bit of everything. It's the sun, loving one another, helping someone else. Just takes a little bit to do that. And we know, and I know, that giving love to love someone else is a lot easier than you realize. And then when you do it and help someone else, it moves this county and makes me so proud. So I want to thank you all for your efforts, for my staff that make this program achievable. And we're going to continue to spread the word through our Choose Civility program that if we love one another, lift each other up, regardless of our differences, that we can take care of one another and love one another. It's a lot easier than you realize. So God bless you all, and congratulations to each of our honorees.
That was it. I didn't have too much of a heart attack. Just a little weepy. It is my pleasure now to introduce Christy Breslin, reporter with WJZ News and just the most incredible partner to community services into Harford County. We are absolutely thrilled that you are hosting Harford's most beautiful people again tonight, so please help me welcome her to the podium. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. I absolutely love this event, and if you ever have doubt in humanity, this event will certainly restore your faith. Again, I'm Christy Breslin with WJZ and Harford TV. It is my honor, it is my pleasure to be here. So Barry went off script, so I'm gonna do it too. You started it. So over the past 8 years, it has been an honor to work with Barry. And Amber, of course. We love Amber. He has done so much for this community. And Barry is living proof that if you truly love what you do, you will never work a day in your life. He really inspires me. And at times, Barry, you put the Energizer Bunny to shame. I've said that a million times. He is at every event, every business that opens, every award ceremony, every unveiling. You can always count on Barry to be there. I can't say enough about him. And you all know that we have a problem in this country with mental health, the opioid epidemic. Barry has spearheaded this in Harford County. He has helped to bring so many wonderful resources to us that really, really help people that are in desperate need. And together, we are really battling this crisis, and hopefully, we're going to see it come to an end sooner rather than later. Barry has really excelled in being our county executive. He's been through so much, including the COVID-19 pandemic. He has made us feel safe and secure, and Harford County is where I'm from. I love it. It's home. It's where I raised my family, and I'm just so proud to be involved with this event and these wonderful, wonderful people. Now, Barry mentioned choose civility. Kindness. It's so important these days. And sometimes, you know, I'll give you an example. Somebody said to me the other day, I was wearing a pink dress on the air, and somebody sent me a tweet that told me that I looked like a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. And I was thinking, all right, cool, all right. I said, that's fine with me. I'm helping people get over stomach issues. So, you know, you always look at the silver lining, and Barry always looks at the silver lining, so you just kill him with kindness. And one of the greatest things that I've seen in our friendship over the past 8 years is Barry becoming a grandfather. Brooks is so cute, and he is just probably one of your favorite things to do is being a grandpa, because you can play with them and then give them right back. But with that being said, I just wanted to say this is Barry's last event. We love you, we admire you, we respect you. Thank you so much for what you've done for Harford County, and gosh, we've had some good times. You're not only a great county executive, but you're a heck of a lot of fun. So with that being said, let's get started here. We want to get right to the nominees, and our first nominee for tonight, Jackie Amrine, nominated by Ruth Ann Poole. Jackie volunteers for the William Waters Memorial United Methodist Church, where she creates the church's bulletins, chairs the church's annual bazaar, and organizes the church's Operation Christmas Child campaign for children in need. Jackie also assisted a homeless man in need of assistance after cancer surgery, opened her home for him to recover, contacted his family, and helped him find permanent housing. She is definitely one of Harford's most beautiful people. Thank you so much, Jackie. Michael Bennett, nominated by Essie Bennett. Michael Bennett volunteers with Harford Family House, helping to clean, paint, and furnish apartments for families in need. Michael also provides food boxes for Feeding America. He volunteers for We Can Serve, collecting socks, delivering vegetables for the Aberdeen Boys and Girls Club, collecting funds for children in need, and helping with Camp Happy for Youth. Thank you, Michael, for all that you've done, and congratulations on your nomination tonight. Congratulations. Nancy Brew, nominated by Sherry Nolte. Nancy volunteers with the Harford Center as the board president and is on the board's membership, strategic planning, and fundraising committees. She strives for the best support of those with disabilities and lobbies for the Harford Center staff to reflect the critical care they provide. Nancy also serves on the board of the ARC Northern Chesapeake Region and the Advisory Council for Chesapeake Therapeutic Riding. Nancy is a pure gem, and Nancy, I'll see you on Saturday. Hopefully your costume's as cool as mine. Thank you again, and congratulations. Mary Cook, nominated by Brian Wainwright and Karen Smith. Mary Cook is an advocate for the homeless. In October 2021, she learned of a vulnerable family who was living in a tent encampment. Mary worked with the Harford Community Action Agency and Anna's House to help the family obtain affordable housing. She provided financial mentoring, transportation to appointments, and filled in gaps in service. Mary now volunteers with the Emergency Winter Shelter, helping others struggling with homelessness. Thank you so much, Mary, for all you've done. Rebecca Kugel, nominated by Crystal Owens. Rebecca is committed to aiding people who suffer with pancreatic cancer. She started the Dawn Hill 5K Dash and is the founder of the Dawn Hill Fight Foundation, named for her late wife, Dawn, who suffered with the disease. Both the race and the foundation provided patients and their families with financial assistance, but it's Rebecca who provides them with personal phone calls, prayers, and words of support. She really goes the extra mile. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Mia Ellis, nominated by Tara Lathrop. Mia Ellis is committed to providing awareness for addiction and recovery in Harford County. After losing her sister Dana to the disease, Mia saw the compassion and continued support from Rage Against Addiction and wanted to help others experiencing the same grief. She now composes the organization's newsletter and shares the impact of losing a sister to addiction with others. Thank you, Mia, for being a voice. Congratulations on your nomination. Drew Evans, nominated by Brooke Hopkins. Drew Evans is the founder and president of the youth movement called Volunteen and has helped over 1,900 of his peer volunteers with more than 100 service projects in Harford County over the past 4 years. These projects included volunteering with Meals on Wheels, the Harford Family House, fundraising events, and many more. I went to high school with his mother. Thank you, Drew. Oh, he's so grown up now. His baby pictures, I just saw him the other day, so adorable. He's done so much. I'm so proud of you, Drew. Felicia Grant Hopkins, nominated by Bonita Holland Buchanan. Felicia is the president of the Youth Enrichment Society and as a mentor, chaperone, event, and program organizer, and more to Harford County youth. She is a former vice president and current member of the Sickle Cell Association of Harford and Cecil Counties and the Eastern Shore, and has served as a mentor for the four-way test speech competition with the Havre de Grace Rotary. Thank you, Felicia, for all that you have done. Laura Hahn, nominated by Elizabeth Holmes. Laura is the volunteer club founder at Havre de Grace Middle and High School and organizes volunteer activities in Havre de Grace for over 80 students each week. She started a food pantry at the middle and high schools, providing non-perishable food, fresh fruit and vegetables, cleaning supplies, personal hygiene supplies, and clothing to the pantry to students and community members in need. Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much for these much-needed supplies. Vicki Jones, nominated by Christopher Providence. Vicki Jones is the president of the Harford County branch of the NAACP, where she has raised the visibility and impact of the organization. She has worked to establish the county's first civil rights tour, revived the Youth Works program, and mentors and empowers youth interested in social justice issues. Vicki serves as the vice president for the Sickle Cell Association of Harford and Cecil Counties and the Eastern Shore, and is a member of the Harford County Police Accountability Board. Stephen Gary, nominated by Luisa Chieso. Stephen Gary volunteers with SARC, where he was instrumental in their capital project to renovate the existing emergency shelter, which will allow them to provide assistance and resources to more victims of intimate partner violence. Stephen's construction expertise made the process seamless as he guided SARC's CEO through the selection of architect, design, permit plans, bidding, hiring of the construction firm, and more. That's a lot of work. He contributed hundreds of hours by attending planning meetings, reviewing plans, and conducting construction site visits. Even through the pandemic, he continued to drive the project virtually to see it to fruition. Stephen is a beautiful reminder to both SARC and the Harford County community of what true dedication is. Congratulations. Barbara Lash, nominated by Marianne Pisano. Barbara leads the Harford County Sea Scout Ship 1808, a program that pairs scouting with disciplines of marine knowledge. Barbara teaches boating skills, water safety, navigation skills, leadership, teamwork, and maritime heritage. She encourages community service through outreach and events and provides the opportunity for members to earn certifications in scuba diving, CPR, lifeguard, and life-saving skills, and more. Thank you so much for all that you have done. Connor McGuire, nominated by Cheryl Mealy. Connor volunteers with the ARC Northern Chesapeake region, where he built a sensory wall for a resident who loves music and enjoys being outside. He created plans, purchased supplies, constructed and installed the wall himself. The wall is now a permanent fixture for all of the residents to enjoy. Thank you so much, Connor. Sue Nappy, nominated by Karen Holt. Sue volunteers for Habitat for Humanity Susquehanna at its Aberdeen Restore and organizes activities and events. She also organizes spring plantings in Havre de Grace and is first chair of the Citizens Against Trash Club. Sue is a board member of the Havre de Grace Arts Collective, raising funds to renovate the Havre de Grace Opera House. Thank you so much, Sue, and I love the Opera House. Christopher Providence, nominated by Vicki Jones. Christopher is committed to giving a voice to social change. He has served as co-chair for the Racial Justice Action Committee for Together We Will and as a member of the programming committee for the Havre de Grace Arts Collective. Chris works with the Maryland Alliance for Justice Reform and assists in reviewing applications for college-bound students. Thank you so much, Chris. Joyce Stevens, nominated by Elizabeth Stevens. Joyce Stevens volunteers with the annual Black Youth in Action Debutante Ball as a seamstress, making both minor and major alterations to the participants' dresses. She volunteers teaching Spanish at the Aberdeen Senior Center Activity Center and provides services to non-native English-speaking residents through lassos. She serves as the treasurer for the Golden Age Club at the Senior Center. She is absolutely vital to this organization, and we thank you so much for all that you've done for the community. Essie Washington Bennett, nominated by Claudia Scanyon. Essie leads food and tangible item collections to support the Harford Community Action Agency. She assists We Can Serve with fundraisers and volunteers with Habitat for Humanity Susquehanna. She is the emergency coordinator for the Edgewood and Joppa libraries and provides information on emergency preparedness. Essie also assists an 87-year-old couple with chores, food, and companionship. It's people like you that make this world go round. We love you. Now, let's give a round of applause to all of tonight's nominees. Now, I hope this evening has inspired you. There are so many different ways to give back. One way is to share your talents with the community, and tonight I am pleased to welcome a very, very talented person, I know firsthand, Natasha Jackson, for another inspirational music selection.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say. We don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say. No one will love you as you are. But I don't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us. For we are glorious. And the sharp words won't cut me down. I wanna send a bird when it sounds loud. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm
Wow, wow. I am inspired and I am also jealous. Barry, you want to follow that one up? Didn't think so. Wow. So, of course, it is my honor. He's not going to sing, but it is my honor at this time to introduce again my friend and yours, our county executive, Barry Glassman.
I know, I'm glad. I didn't really want to follow that, Natasha. That was beautiful. She has a wonderful voice and lifts it up for us on many occasions. Well, 8 years ago, at the beginning of my administration, I introduced the Shining Light Award. This extra category for Harford's Most Beautiful was established to recognize the brave volunteers who use their personal stories to shine a light of awareness on serious issues that face our county. Often topics have been deep, personal, and of painful significance. Yet these individuals fight the stigmas and talk about difficult subjects that many would rather push into the shadows than shine a light on. This year, I am proud to recognize the winner of the Shining Light Award for 2022, Maya Ellis.
We are all so thankful to you for everything that you have done to raise awareness in the community. I've had the pleasure of working with her. Wonderful person, so passionate, so dedicated, just wonderful. Mia, please stay with us on stage for just a moment. Tonight, Barry, we have a special surprise for you, yes, another one, and our audience, in honor of your leadership and efforts to shine a light on the issues that would prefer to leave in the dark, and in recognition of the special and important spark each of our Shining Light Award winners has ignited in our communities, we have asked all of our Shining Light Award winners since 2015 to be with us and to be recognized. In a moment, I will begin calling the Shining Light Award winners from past years to join us on stage. Before I begin, I'd like to ask the members of our audience to light the candles you were handed when you came in. May each candle represent the significant impacts our Shining Light Award recipients have made on our community and the many lives you have touched and saved. Nolan and Sandy Gallion, Craig and Lisa McLaughlin, Marvin Huntley, Wendy Messner, Debbie Hardy, Yvonne Harris, Madison Oswald, Meg Kaiser, Daniel McGee, George and Nina Evans, and the additional recipients of this award who could not be with us this evening. We'd also like to recognize Johnny and Jenalyn Landbeck, Denise Hanna, Russ and Kim Hurd, Thomas Linteri, Tom Yingling, and Elliot Slattery. You are all an inspiration. Let's give them a round of applause. All of our nominees tonight have helped light up the lives of others with their kindness, volunteerism, and care. But this next and final award for the night is someone whose warmth and compassion are so outstanding that they are deserving of the Harford's Most Beautiful People's Ripple Effect Award. The Ripple Effect Award was given this name to symbolize the exponential impact volunteering has had on our community. Just like a pebble dropped into a pond, our nominees send ripples through Harford County, and tonight's winner is no exception. The winner of the 2022 Ripple Effect Award goes to Joyce Stevens. Joyce has been a dedicated volunteer for the betterment of Harford County youth for over 35 years. A supporter and former treasurer of the Black Youth in Action Adults, Joyce assists with their annual debutante ball as a seamstress, making both minor and major alterations to the participants' dresses. Fluent in Spanish, Joyce volunteers teaching Spanish at the Aberdeen Senior Activity Centers through LASSO, provides services to non-native English-speaking residents. She further serves as the treasurer for the Golden Age Club at the Aberdeen Senior Center. She's a choir member and Sunday school superintendent at the Havre de Grace United Methodist Church. Joyce has always seen a need, and Joyce has always filled it. She is a beautiful reminder of what a community and giving are. Joyce, thank you and congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what Harford County is all about. That concludes our ceremony tonight. I hope this event has renewed your spirit. It always renews mine. Tonight's ceremony will air on Harford TV, woohoo! Sundays at 7 p.m. in November. Thank you, Harford TV, for your partnership. Thank you all for being here and for all that you do for Harford County. Congratulations, you are all winners. You make Harford County proud. And once again, Barry, it is his final Harford's Most Beautiful is our county executive. We love him. We love you all. Congratulations. Thank you for being here.